Hey y'all. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Delores, the pastor's daughter. So I am on my vibration plate, child. Um, I told y'all earlier I was kind of resting today and listening to my book. I'm still listening to it right there. I've got it playing in Word, and I think I've listened to it maybe like 4 times already. It's a couple hours, so I know when I do the audiobook, it's gonna be, the audiobook's probably gonna be probably a good 5 hours, maybe, yeah, maybe like 3.5 to 5 hours probably. I don't know. Because right now, when I listen to it, at her speed, which is the AI speed, um, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna time it. I'm gonna time it next time when I listen to it, so I know exactly how long it takes. But I still have to add some more, take out a little bit, add some more stuff. I still have a few things to do. So, like I said, it's about 90%. But now that I think about it, I think I want to give it like a less percentage. I think I want to give it like 85%, So I think I got a little bit more to do than I think, because while I've been resting today, I've been listening to the book, and I've been just conceptualizing how I want to end the book. And I I I think I got it, you guys. I think I got exactly how I want to end this book, Objectified. And I think I want to end this book by going back to book one. Yes. Okay. Like going back to book one, and and I'm telling you, it's like it it's coming to me, you know what I'm saying? Like it might not make sense, right now, but it's like it's coming to my brain. That's the good thing about these, like, times where, it's like I rest, and you know um just kind of don't put any type of pressure on myself to, do any type of edits and stuff like that, but just, allow myself to just kind of think it through. It's part of my discernment process. um so yeah, I think I'm going back to book one, and like it's coming together, you guys. Like in my head, it's coming together of how I'm going to end this volume two. And then y'all got to realize too, right? Like it's like closing out, you know, in a phase, an era, or whatever, right? And then going into another one. So it's almost like a rebirth. No, it is. It's a rebirth. And you know what's so crazy, y'all? Like this is like, oh my gosh, this is like a full circle moment, like a revelation moment, right? Because y'all know I got baptized in April of last year, right? Like I had never been baptized before. Y'all remember that? Yep, my baptism anniversary is coming up. So you guys, um, and it was a 14, 4/14/24. I think it was the date. Anyways, so y'all, um, this is so cool. Like this is so cool. Okay, so yeah, like I'm saying though, I think I know how I want to end it, right? But what I was saying was that this book also has to, like, kind of like get you ready for book three. You know what I mean? So it's like, whew, like this is serious, okay? Like this is where we're in the trenches. Like we're still in the trenches. I thought we might have been like we came out of the trenches for a minute. We did. We came out of the trenches for a minute so that we could, let our hair down for a minute, right? But yeah, we got to go back in the trenches. We have to, because we're not done yet, with this book. So we got to go back in the trenches, y'all, and get this done. But like I was saying, okay, so ending book 2, right? Ending this book, The Pastor's Daughter Objectified, right? What it has to do, what it has to capture, okay? What it has to capture is like the the revelation, right? That happened from book 1, you know, which is book 2, right? Like that's the whole revelation, but it has to like tie it all in, you know. It has to close out. See, I feel like it has to close out like a certain era, you know, like because it's on, like, you know, like it's a close before you kind of enter into another era. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so I feel like it needs to like close out, you know, like probably, um, you know what? And maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's why I'm messing up, right? Maybe that's why I'm messing up because I'm thinking that it needs to close out, but it can't close out. That's the thing, right? I like, how could it possibly close out? Because like it's the pastor's daughter series, you know what I'm saying? Like it can't close out when I'm still alive, like I'm still living. It has to continue because, you know, I'm continuing to live and I'm continuing to grow and I'm continuing to evolve and I'm continuing to grow in my purpose. So maybe that's where I was messing up, as thinking that this is that it has to close out anything. It doesn't. Okay. So maybe that's the thing. There's a rebirth, but it doesn't necessarily mean that um that there's a oh oh my goodness. Okay. Help me out here, y'all. Help me out here. Okay. It's like the creative juices is flowing. Okay. Maybe that's the thing, right? Okay, okay, let me ask you this, okay? Let me ask you this. Think about it this way, okay? Like, could it be that what I was thinking initially of being like going through this rebirth, thinking that something had to die, right? But then I was thinking like my old self had to die, right? But like it doesn't. Like like yeah, it does, but maybe the death is not necessarily um you know, like me as a person, you know, like maybe the death is like the toxicity, like leaving behind anything that was weighing me, like anything that was toxic to me, anything that wasn't serving me, anything that was, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe that's the death. It's the death of what cannot go with you to that, you know, to this next, you know, part of the journey. Like, does that make sense? You know, so when I'm thinking like there has to be a completion to something, like yeah, there's a completion to something, right? Like you're divorcing all that toxic stuff that, you know, held you back, right? Before you knew who you were, right? But now you know who you are, and you're leaving all the mess behind and you're elevating to this this next phase of your life. You know, you're elevating into your purpose and your calling, and you're walking more boldly and, you know, and confident in it, you know. So so that's the thing. That's how book 2 needs to end, is like it's talking about like there's this rebirth, right? But what's dying is like, it's like shedding old skin or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like shedding all that off. You know, so it's already dead. It's something that's dead. That's, you know, you're just dropping that. You know, and you're elevating into this new phase, this new era, this, you know, this new season. That's it. That's the word. Then it's your new season. Oh, child. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay. And then as I'm closing out book 2, it has to like give you the peak of the staircase, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving you the peak of the staircase, letting you know like what we're elevating to. You see what I'm saying? Because like we're elevating, right? So, but where are we going? Where do we want to go? So this is like giving you like a peek at the staircase of like, okay, where are we going in this next phase? Okay, I'm gonna start this again because I got because this got my creative juices going. Maybe that's a good thing about this vibration plate, huh? Because it's got me thinking, y'all. Okay, so I mean, what are y'all thoughts about this? Like, are y'all feeling this whole concept about how um book two is gonna end, and like the purpose of book two, but realizing like like this is a continued series, right? So we're going to continue to grow as daughters, right? We're going to continue to grow and learn and elevate, right? So, and as we do that, we're just shedding all the dead stuff, like it's a death, but it was stuff that I was already dead, and it wasn't serving us anyway. So like it's just a matter of saying, look, I'm divorcing myself from all of that toxicity. I'm letting all that go, you know is this making sense at all? Like it's coming together. This is like part of my creative process. Like, okay, how am I going to end this book, and you know well, and then go into the next book, and that whole flow, right? Because this is not over. It's not just like, just the end. I mean, if you read book one, and it said like to be continued. You know what I mean? Because we know like that was just the beginning of the battle. That's when we realized we was in the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's when we finally realized. So, y'all, this is so crazy. So what are y'all thinking? What are y'all working on? What are y'all creating? Um, I want to do another round on this vibration plate, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. But um, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And so um, I'm trying to think of like my schedule is like busy tomorrow, and which is good, right? Because like I said, we came out of the trenches for a minute, right? We let our hair down for a minute. We're gonna let our hair down tomorrow. We'll be out mixing and mingling with the people and having a good old time. And there's a line dance party, and so we're good. Like we're gonna have a good old time tomorrow, and then we're back in the trenches again, y'all. With our bonnets on. You know, just look at how we look any type of way, because we got to get back focused on creating, right? Because like this is our season, like for people who have been like behind the scenes creating stuff, like you've been creating your business, you've been creating, you know all the things, that are part of you, your purpose and your ministry. Like this is this is about go time. You know what I mean? Like I feel it. It's there. It's like we're finally realizing like who we are for real. And and we're activated, right? Like our gift of discernment, God discernment, like is on point. Like and we're continuing to grow and elevate in discernment, right? We can never assume that we know everything, make all the best decisions, and can think of everything and spot everything. Like it's not like that. But I want to be smarter. I want to be smarter about the decisions that I make, and you know um I want to make sure that I'm listening to what God's will is for my life too. Listening to the Holy Spirit, and just being smart about stuff. It's just like so much deception out there. And like sometimes I see it and I just be like, what? How are people falling for it? You know, like how are people falling for so much deception? And like it's just because it's just so much, you know, and it's like it's everywhere and it's in everything, you know. So we have to we have to really have a keen sense of discernment right now because I mean you could say you pick a side, you know, either way it goes, you know, but like how do you really know what's right unless you've done the process, you know? You've done all your due diligence, you know, in analyzing the situation and making the best decision for yourself, you know? And you just like you have to do that. And it doesn't mean that you're never gonna get tricked, you know, you're never gonna be deceived, you know, people will never get one over on you or, you know, but it means that like it's a lot less likely, you know, like it's a lot less likely. And and if we see that it's just everywhere, right? If we see this like this deception and this real desire, you know, it's like for somebody who does not have that type of mindset, it's hard for them to believe that people could be so evil, you know, that people could be so harsh and so you know, just so dangerous and you know, like it's just hard for them to believe, you know. And then sometimes we get like so religious that you know we are ignorant, you know, like we're ignorant to you know the dangers that are out there, you know, we just like turn a blind eye to it and just you know um and just lean heavily on religion. And religion's not bad, but you know like just like with everything, people tend to take things that are good and turn them toxic, right? So now when like people are claiming to be religious, it's like you can't even trust it. It's almost like it's a red flag now, you know? Um, you know, and and it's sad that it's turned into that, but that's just why you can't afford to not have discernment, you know? And you have to surround yourself with people who have discernment too and who value you know, knowledge and facts and research and, you know, um, the Holy Spirit and their intuition and their experiences. And, you know, I don't want any friends who don't, you know, who don't make good decisions. You know, like I can't have people around me that don't make good decisions, you know? Like you ask them why they did stuff and they don't even know why, you know, they don't have no kind of like logical thought process or like no way of making decisions or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't like and you can't either. Like we can't, y'all. Like we cannot afford to, first of all, not make good decisions ourselves. And we also can't afford to have people in our lives who don't, you know? So like you have to value that in your friendships, your you know, even your family relationships. I mean, we all know we got that like that one cousin that just don't never make good decisions. Like every time they always choose the wrong decision, you know, always getting us in trouble, always dragging us into some mess, you know, like we know, like we all have seen that, you know. And you can't afford to have that person in your life no more in this new season. You just can't. You know, it's like you got to separate yourself. So, you know, that's what it is. You gotta, and really the separation is between designers and deceivers. You know, people keep thinking, oh, it's black and it's white. Oh, it's male and it's female. Oh, it's this and it's that. You know what I mean? No, it's all spiritual. Okay. It's all spiritual. So it's not like you can't trust women, you can't trust men, like you're not all, you know? So you have to be able to discern their spirit. It's their spirit, y'all. That's what you gotta look at. But it's also you gotta get your spirit right. You know, so like first work on you and make sure that, you know, like you keep people from around you who don't make good decisions in the meantime. Like you got to go ahead and cut them off. They're like, it's dangerous to have people in your life that don't make good decisions, don't think about things, don't analyze things. Y'all know exactly the type of people that I'm talking about. We have all, we have all, had them in our lives at one point or another, and some of us still do, you know. But you can't, like start asking your friends, like like what's their like their decision making process, like I want to know, like you know, how did you how did you decide that, just I want to know, like out of curiosity, like just to learn something, but also to like learn something about the person too, you know, like it tells you a lot about a person when you see a when you analyze how they think about things, like their thought process. I'm telling you, it tells you a lot. So, but anyways, I'm done. I've done my vibration plate. I did 2 rounds. Y'all were with me, okay? So I'm about to take a nap, and I think I'm probably gonna, I don't know. I think I'm gonna just take a couple hours nap, and then I'll probably get up and do maybe a little bit of writing. Maybe just trying to pull those ideas together. But now that I've said it to y'all, I feel better that I kind of got it out there, you know, about how I'm gonna end book 2. Like I got it off my mind and kind of, so now it's out in the universe. That's how it's gonna happen, okay? So I'll see y'all later. Thank you guys for hanging with me.